All right, Leo, welcome to your weekly horoscope for January 26th through the 1st of February. My name is Athen. All right, so we have an emphasis, continued emphasis on your 6th and your 7th house of your routine, your health, taking care of things on that sort of day-to-day level, and then also your relationships with the 7th house there. So it all starts with Tuesday and Wednesday. Mercury's been retrograde in your 6th house, and he's going to go over the same position he was at last week when he was going direct, which is sextiling up to Uranus and also trining up to the North Node as part of this whole T-square going on. So this energy here is definitely some new ideas, perhaps, some new insight regarding your 6th house, taking care of, I don't know, this routine that you guys have been perhaps working on, or perhaps even health regiment, reworking it, getting into it, learning more about the process. Like I've been saying, this Mercury retrograde is about getting into the process of it, learning through experience. And so here, definitely some insight. You can find it actually very exciting too. So get involved with the routine, definitely with Uranus. Easy aspect there, definitely exciting and new, perhaps a new way of looking at it too. And with the North Node, it's overall just assisting you in your life path, which this whole year has been about you increasing your sense of self-worth and abundance with that North Node in that 2nd house. So that could just be through feeling good, through exercising, through improving yourself in some way. It's overall increasing your sense of self-worth, what your values are, what you really enjoy in life in general. So that's the earlier part of the week. Now this whole week, actually, the energy starts to build because it starts off with the first quarter phase of the lunar cycle and ends almost at the full moon, which takes place earlier next week. So definitely a high energy vibe this week with the lunar cycle and also with these transits. And Tuesday, Wednesday is definitely this sort of putting energy into it and reflecting on it. But as the energy starts to build, Thursday and Friday, we do have Mars sextiling up to Pluto, which is definitely a powerful energy here where you can utilize it. It's a sextile, so it's an easy aspect. You may or may not choose to do it, but I recommend that you do. It's definitely some powerful energy to put towards your plans. And they probably have a lot to do with maybe this energy you're putting in with relationships. This is where Mars has been transiting. So for those of you who've been involved with relationships, very active there, definitely a good time Thursday and Friday to take control and of that part of your life and to continue to flourish it, put energy into it with Pluto there. Pluto is about stepping into your power, and it's been a power of your self-expression. Pluto's been in your 5th house of expressing yourself, being yourself, and in this case, put that energy into your relationships, especially Thursday and Friday. Now we have Mercury going over the Sun here on the 6th. In that 6th house, so this is definitely some clarity, some understanding perhaps in regards to your health and routine and something of this nature. So definitely pay attention around that time in terms of some new insights, but it's this vibrant sort of energy. So I think for those of you who've been definitely utilizing this time to put that energy into that part of your chart, definitely feeling that vibrance that comes from when you're in good health, when things are taken care of on that sort of day-to-day sort of level. Also creative too, for those of you involved with crafts or developing your crafts and skills, maybe at work, etc. Now Saturday and Sunday we have Mars going over Chiron in that 7th house, perhaps feeling quite good about relationships. A good weekend for relationships, I would say, certainly, especially because we have Venus conjunct over Neptune in that 7th house. Definitely this presence and compassion and connecting to things on that very deep spiritual level with your relationships. And the Sun's going to be trining up to the North Node, which is just overall a good energy too. But this is again aspecting this part of your chart because it's involved with this feeling good, this sort of North Node energy of your self-value, what you're worth, and maybe that's going to be assisting you in your relationships. Because if we don't feel like we have anything to contribute, if we don't feel like we have any sense of self-worth in our relationships, then it sort of hinders that. So it's increasing that, and that allows that energy to flow and really flourish that relationship side of things by feeling good about what you have to contribute or offer in your relationships. All right, well, I hope you guys have a great week. That concludes this weekly reading. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.